Thank you for staying with us here at Champion News Talk Radio, your choice for the conservative voice, brought to you by championnews.net. Today, our guests, Claire Van Horn and Marilyn Dent, the ladies that are setting the standard here for honest elections for Illinois. The oxymoron name, but nothing. Illinois, as we know, is the most corrupt state out of all of them. And you ladies are doing such good work. Want to talk a little bit more about how you plan to get the word out to all the different groups. You ladies have gone to a lot of different groups. You do presentations. Right. Let's hear a little bit more about what you're doing and how can people help get engaged with you?
Well, we're talking to as many people as will listen to us. We ask when we go out, what kind of groups do you people belong to that might be interested? It doesn't have to be any one type of a group. It can be any kind of a social organization that gets together once in a while, because we believe that all citizens should be engaged in this process because all of us are affected by our vote.
But Claire, you know what? I'm a mom. I have triplets at home. I can't do this. I can't. I want to help. I mean, I could send out an email for you, but I can't leave my house.
But you know, there's a lot of people who are in that predicament, and I've been there myself, so I totally understand what you're saying. But there are places that people go socially where they have contacts with people. And it's a proven fact that if you just talk about issues with your friends, neighbors, relatives, you talk to 5 people and you ask them to each talk to 5 people, before you know it, the word is spread. And it's spread, far and wide.
Geometric.
So, right, absolutely. So if you have that and you say, okay, well, I was talking to a lady on my block, as a matter of fact, and I was asking her, do you have any groups you belong to, or, is there blah, blah, blah. We were talking for a while, just socially, and then it suddenly dawned on her, she was talking about a book club she belongs to, and I said, you belong to a book club. She didn't even realize that she had that option of 17 people that we could then go and talk to, and maybe one out of those 17 would say, yeah, I could do that.
Now, doing that is what? Is poll watching?
Doing that, either poll watching on the day of, being election judge, or cleaning up voter rolls from home. And even that mom with all those babies, instead of sitting watching TV for a while, in your few minutes of downtime, which sometimes is very few and far between, you get on your computer, you clean up a few people who should not be voting, and you feel really good about the fact that you've done something for your country in that few minutes that you've had.
Well, I know with the Scott Walker initiative, checking the ballots,
yes,
you could take a block of 15 minutes, literally, and go through a couple pages and get something accomplished.
Right, whether you check one and go through the process of checking one or have hours to spare, it doesn't matter. Every little bit helps. And it's
everybody doing their fair share.
Yeah, we should all do our fair share.
You had to go and throw that.
You had to go there.
It's like a drop of water, a drop of water here, a drop of water there.
This all sounds good, but the problem is it's a very large state.
Yes, it is.
13 million people or something like that, and except on the tax rolls, I think it must be much larger.
And on the voter rolls, there's more people than are actually eligible to vote as well.
Are there? Is that really a fact?
Yes, that is a fact.
Say that again. Say that again.
There are more people on the voter rolls than are eligible to vote. One of the things that's happened for this election cycle is the census was taken, so you know how many people are 18 and over. So you know how many people are actually alive and say they live within those counties. And if you look at the voter rolls, you will find large percentages in some cases, of people registered to vote more than actually live in that county. And yes, that is something that you can actually look up. That is
Here's
a
the
fact.
thing. You outline a lot of things to do, but it's a big state. And certainly Chicago is a thing all by itself.
As is East St. Louis,
Yeah, it's an immense part of the vote that's going to come out of there, and to penetrate into that thing with all of the violence and determination and history is going to take a big organized effort. And the rest of the state isn't that bad, but here and there it is bad. And certainly St. Louis has got a similar East St. Louis got a similar reputation. So it's going to take a lot of organization to find the places where people are working and are going to do the whole job, and places where they aren't really doing anything. This has got to be organized through the whole state. How are we going to do that?
We have, for instance, next week we're going to Sauk Valley to speak. So there are people reaching out to us who are interested, who have heard about True the Vote, and thus are being referred to us. I don't think, Jack, that we're going to be able to do it all. I mean, we want to do it all. We have people now working in DuPage, Will, Kane, Suburban Cook, and we recently picked up somebody who's a lawyer who's going to do Cook County. So we do have people that are reaching out to those places. We're trying to work our way, down the state, get out somebody in Lake, that type of thing. So it's a massive effort, but it's going to be one person at a time.
And you know what? You ladies are very collaborative with a lot of other
Yes.
groups, like Honest Election Integrity. You know what? I can't wait to hear a little bit about voter ID laws from you ladies when we come back after the break. Stay with us.